All right, I think we're live, and the bitrate has decided to not work very well. Please work. Please don't be very low quality. Picking up a bit. Oh, come on. Please work. Or please don't be really bad. Well, I don't know when it's gonna be live. I know that YouTube, even though it doesn't show it, it's still recording it from the moment you press it. And as far as the other places go, I don't know when those immediately start showing either, but anyways, welcome one and all to this Wurm Online live stream that I said I was going to do on Wednesday, but ended up not because some stuff came up. But I mean, that happens, and just gotta kind of go with the flow, I suppose. Alright, it looks like the connection has relatively stabilized, and I am also actually right on time at this point, but started it a few minutes early. Wait, this is one slope down. No, I do need to dig this up eventually, so I'm not gonna worry about that too much. But yeah, as you can see, since the last Spacefine episode, there's been quite a bit of work done with the area. Yeah, we haven't recorded a new episode since that last one went up, but I don't know, me live streaming right now, I guess, will be somewhat of an update for those who are interested and somehow find me, even though it's not terribly difficult. Alright, so let's see. 5 up. This is one slope down. Sometimes I get a bit confused. Alright, so when you press V, you look straight. And from that context, it actually does make a bit of sense that it does look a little bit more like it could be a downward slope. I don't know if I should increase the volume of Wurm, or if everything's all good. We'll find out eventually. And I don't know if chat is in the way of my inventory, for instance. If it is, please let me know, and I'll move it somewhere. We've got a bunch of dirt, so we're terraforming this entire spot because you know, I kind of want this place to be relatively fortified. I have big plans indeed. And when everything's said and done, it should be, well, it's not gonna be insane, but it's gonna be quite something, I hope. The biggest downside that we currently have with this peninsula is that it is downhill from up here, so that makes it a little bit difficult to defend from if somehow a lot of those how do you pronounce it, Mulrigan or Renog? I really need to look it up. Is that how you spell it? No, I'm terrible with it. You're... how do you spell it? Magrenon, that was what it was. Alright, what the kingdom was for them. Here. Up here, it is Molrehan. Or Molrehan. I don't know how you pronounce that. It's a bit of an unorthodox word in terms of how common you would see it. I don't know, I personally don't see that sort of spelling convention very often, but it does occur. I mean, one example of which being this kingdom. And it's 3 slope up, 2 slope up. We want this to be flat, just so that I get enough dirt to load up into the wagon to get more of this set up. Yeah, the difficult thing with a lot of this is making something that is easy to defend, but hard to invade it. Unless you have natural advantages to your terrain, which in some regards we do. It is a peninsula. I mean, if we really wanted to, we could have taken one of these islands out there and built on that instead, but peninsulas are also pretty nice because we've got the land access right here, and then the other sides are surrounded by water, as you know, you would know. You knew what a peninsula was, which most people who are familiar with very basic geography would know that. I don't know why I'm explaining it exactly. Yeah, peninsula, very convenient, if I do say so myself. Very slow walking speed. How wonderful. And, alright, we can open it. Thank goodness. And then we gotta dig this one more time. Do you dig it? Do you dig it? Maybe noon wasn't the best time. Well, 12:30 to be precise, but maybe it's not the best time on a Thursday. I may want to reconsider doing this sometime later in the day. But you know what? I'll go for at least a half hour or so. If maybe an hour. I'm not sure. 3, 2, 1. I got pretty lucky with this shovel that I was making. While I was improving its quality, it became rare at some point. And so, yeah, I have that. Doesn't get damaged nearly as much. Or maybe that's also a byproduct of it being high quality. Higher quality than my other shovel, which I was also unable to repair. I've dug quite a bit of dirt with this one already, actually. I barely started with this hill, which was a very, I mean, at least a respectable deal taller before I started on it with this one. I think I did start on it a little bit, like get a little bit of the tip of the hill down, but I didn't get that much of it taken care of. Here, let's let's strengthen the bond with our dog, my dog, with some chocolate. Hey dog, would you like some chocolate? 2, 1, Yay! It worked. Still upset. Oh, he's a bit round. Maybe it's because I kept taming him. He has gotten a lot of food to eat. I've fed him many pumpkins. How many? At least 10. Not to mention all the other food. I'm honestly not surprised that this has happened. Ash. Just drop that here. Got some bulk storage bins, which are very convenient. I don't remember what I needed this beam for. Oh, no. Not my rope. A bit annoying how the inventory deorganizes itself. Because I have some of the stuff relatively organized for certain purposes, just for convenience, and then every time I relog or timeout or anything that causes me to leave the world temporarily, it just ruins that. Okay, let's put that on the ground. Don't need to carry a small anvil with us right now. Now do we? Packed dirt. I really need to start getting into paving so that we can get some actual stone bricks. That sort of a thing laid out. It will improve. It will improve many things. You're not gonna believe it. It'll improve many things. The best things. Let's dig 3 times. Oh, crap. I thought I changed that on Twitch. Thank you for letting me know. Maybe I didn't click on it or something. Yeah. Thank you. Where do I go? I need to dashboard. That's where it is. All right. Thank you. Yep. There it is. Sure enough, Realm of the Mad God. Oh, yeah. I swear I changed it. Yep. Oh, and now I can hear myself. Okay, so let's turn that off. Update information. Let's change that. Oh. Wait, so I don't think I do have Nightbot, and I'm not quite sure how to set that up. Or that's a thing with Twitch, right? D1 slope up. Or I don't know, I've still got quite a bit to figure out as far as this thing goes. Alright, I'll definitely have to look into that, and I'll figure it out at some point. Oh, alright. Here, I'll just... Oh, gotta press Alt. Alright, so I've got that opened in a different tab, and I'll keep that known for later. Hello, Melicht. Hope I didn't pronounce that wrong. I'm pretty sure it's German, right? yeah, I'll definitely see about getting Nightbot set up though. Already I've somewhat run out of things to say. But yeah, one of the goals I have with terraforming this spot is, so right now this is downhill facing, and I want it to, when I'm done with it, oh, that's cool, what the name means. Let's see. But yeah, I want it to come uphill to a point, and then at the very top of the hill, have there be a wall and have it downhill-ish. Just enough that one would have an advantage of footing against invaders. Not that that many people are going to be invading this spot, probably. But you never know. You can never be too safe in that regard. I mean, it is on Epic, so that sort of thing isn't against the rules or anything. Oh, 5 slip up. There we go. And so, what to talk about? I mean, I do at some point intend on visiting your deed, Melikt, in Xanadu, but I've got quite a bit of work to do here for the time being. And so, yeah, want to make sure that this settlement here gets more fortified than it is currently before I go off and do those sorts of things. Although I do intend on stopping by at some point. I mean, I haven't really heard anything about the spot, your deed. But I am interested in checking it out. Let's see. I'm not quite sure how much of a chat delay there is. And the stream quality does appear to be going down a little bit right now. But yes, I am on Epic. As yeah, it is one of those things I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm fairly new to the game in terms of actually getting set up somewhere. I've been kind of wanting to get into it for several years now, actually. I've known about it for at least two years, but I played on and off without a premium account to the point where it actually got deleted twice. And on this account I've bought premium, so I'm not worrying about it disappearing at all, which is nice for peace of mind. But also, you know, want to get at least a good amount of playtime out of the premium that I've paid for. And yeah, I'm hoping to eventually, once I get more situated, make enough money so that Pastron can get a premium himself, like get enough silver in game for that. Although we both talked about it beforehand and agreed that proper deed should come before that. Yeah, some of the music in this game is a little bit unexpected. Personally, I quite like a lot of it, but I don't know what it's from. But there's that one, I want to say it's about 30 seconds long, that clip of audio that has lyrics in it. First time that played, it surprised me quite a bit because I thought that it was an ad in my web browser somewhere that was playing, and I eventually found out that it was indeed from Wurm, but it was just kind of silly. Oh, and I thought that it was some sort of 420 Easter egg because it played at exactly 420, but it also played at different times. Oh yeah, that was actually one of the reasons that I became interested in the game. A notch. Yeah. And it's cool that he had a role to play in this game, and I play Minecraft, or at least I have played Minecraft a lot. And I find it kind of interesting looking at some of the way things are designed in this game and comparing them to some of the mechanics of Minecraft. Especially some of the earlier mechanics in Minecraft, the ones that have since been rehauled. For instance, the boats in Minecraft. The way they functioned is very similar, or it was very similar to how all of the vehicles in Wurm Online function, in the way that you turn and then move forward. Although, as I said earlier, it has since changed, and the boats now just go towards whatever direction you're heading. Like, whatever direction you're looking towards and going forwards. You know, because in Wurm you can be driving a cart and look to the side and still have the cart stay on track. It is definitely a bit more of a technical point. But yeah, I do quite like the game. Well, Minecraft as a game has certainly gotten a lot more of a... It's become a lot more mainstream, especially with younger kiddos. And it's a good game, in my opinion anyways. I'm not as big of a fan of the direction it's gone more recently, especially with more of the push that Microsoft's been trying to do with the game. And don't get me wrong, I don't blame them for wanting to, you know, get their money's worth out of it. Oh, yeah. I haven't ever built a ship in Wurm Online. In Minecraft, though, there's only... in the base game, anyways, modded is a completely different monster, completely different beast. But it's very simple. Yeah, I started playing Minecraft around, or the exact version was beta 1.7.3. So I got to the game later than most of the early, you know, people who played the game in its early stages, but I would say that, or most people who liked the game as it was say that that was the last good update. I disagree in the sense that I quite enjoy some of the stuff that's come since that version. It was the last version in which hunger was not a thing. So you couldn't sprint or anything. You just had the same walking speed no matter what, and food directly healed your HP instead of giving you nourishment that then slowly healed your health. Let's see. It takes so long to flatten all this out, but it actually... Wurm Online is definitely a game about patience. If I were to put a finger on it. Which is, to a degree, one thing I really like about it, in the sense that that very required patience is somewhat of a deterrent for a less mature audience that just wants more of the instant gratification. Which, funnily enough, isn't necessarily something that Minecraft provides either, but Minecraft, it definitely comes a lot quicker than in Minecraft than it does in this game. I mean, the very first time that I dug one corner of dirt, I thought, oh man, this is gonna take forever to build some sort of fort. And it does. It takes quite a long time. Although, you get used to it after a while. But yeah, in Minecraft... Yes, I do agree about that point with Wurm Online. That, I mean, when you do finally get situated, you have a lot stronger of a sense of establishment in this game. Which is another thing, you know, I find it to be pretty good design. In Minecraft, you can get very easily established within an hour or two, to the point where you can, if you're lucky, become competitively viable. Although, Minecraft's player versus player system has issues in some areas, in the sense that it's really simplistic, almost to a detriment. But other people have also pointed out that it's not necessarily even a bad thing, because it forces players to get creative in fighting with other methods, but via other means, laying down traps and the like. Simply because the person with more HP, or the person with better equipment, always wins in Minecraft. There's basically no way around that. If you just fight someone one-on-one, no tricks involved. Oh, dang. Yeah, I haven't really thought about it much. I don't know how Wurm, like their policies and whatnot towards real-world trading. Some games frown upon it, but not all of them do, of course. One of the games that I play, Roma the Mad God, they very much frown on it to the point where your account can get suspended and even permanently banned for attempting to exchange goods you've acquired in the game for real-world currency. But yeah, that's quite something. Like, rare items in the game, to craft a supreme item is pretty insane, I must say. I mean, I felt pretty lucky the other day. I was out foraging somewhere around here, and I managed to get silver coin straight up. And that alone felt like a pretty wow moment. And silver coin is worth only a fraction of what you say that supreme fishing rod is. Let's see, let's look at... I think I'm going to... No, wait, I haven't got this quite leveled. Once I get this layer of the hill leveled completely, I'm going to come over here with the horses and pick up the dirt. And we can drop this now. See, let's take... I keep dropping stuff I forage on the ground because I don't want it at the moment. And so the ground over here is somewhat littered with a bunch of miscellaneous items. But since I realized that you can feed dogs almost anything, I have begun taking everything that I do not need and been using it to raise my taming skill. What I really need to do is find a pig and use that that one method of grinding of taming skill, where you simply you get a measuring cup and feed it the minimum amount possible. But I haven't done that. First off, I haven't found a pig. Second off, here, let's see. Play measuring cup. Oh, that's easy enough. I'd need to fire it in the forge probably, but it's actually not too difficult at all to make. Alright. So, how is this doing in terms of flattening? I think this is pretty flat. So, let's hop in and pick up all the dirt. Yeah, the easiest way to do this is to open the pile of dirt and then drag it all in. I really need to make some more smaller rafts in order to put into this cart so that I can carry more stuff. Right now I can carry quite a bit, but it's not nearly as much as I'd be able to otherwise. Definitely not maximum capacity. It does weigh a lot though, which is why this cart is very convenient. Yeah, after you do this sort of thing, it's almost impossible to go back to carrying stuff by hand. When I first built those palisades, I built the very back ones, and we chopped down all of the trees that were nearby, and I dragged them such that I would, let's see, how do I demonstrate this? I would drop it, and then I would go like this, and then I would pick it up, and then I would turn around, and I would drop it, and so on and so forth. It was faster than just holding it and walking, but it was still very slow compared to these more conventional methods. Alright, so we got 16, slope up 3, so we're gonna need to drop 13 on this corner. open 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I can only hold 5 dirt at a time in my inventory, so I have to do things a very specific way. Okay, and then this slope right here is 4 down, so we only need 12 for this one. So I could very easily just get 3 batches of 4. And 1 more. After this. Pretty sure, right? Yes. Alright, so 5 slope down. So in order to correct for this, we're going to need to drop 21. So 5, 10 after I drop this one. Then 15 coming up. Oh. Okay. Just verifying 20, 21. And then right here we've got 23 slope down, so I'm gonna need that exact amount. This is the sort of thing that some may regard is more the boring part. And to an extent, it's not as entertaining to watch, probably. Just counting out dirt to make sure that everything is the correct, the correct level. And I think, with regards to that, this is actually about where I want it to be. And the great part now is that I have a fairly constant slope that comes up here. And now I think I'll have it come up probably 1 or 2 more. Yeah, let's just do one more 16 slope right here. And then along the sides, I'm gonna sort of make it a second natural wall and taper it off. First things first though, we need to expand this area over here. 15, oh, I keep doing that with my mouse. 15 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And after this should be 15. And there we have it. Yeah, I had before this live stream, the hours leading up to it, well actually half an hour before it was to start, I had a blue screen on my computer and I was very concerned. I have no idea what caused it, probably something with the Windows Creator update. Because yes, I do use Windows 10. I would use Linux, but I just haven't. Because I can't be bothered right now. And Windows works alright. It's the first blue screen I've gotten on this computer in, how long was it? Probably about a year, actually. Because the first few blue screens I got on this computer were when Windows 10 was new. Because I actually ended up adopting it ahead of the curve. When it was still in, like, I guess you'd say pre-release or something. Some might call me crazy for doing that, but I don't know, I'm a little bit annoyed with how the creators update has handled some things. But overall, I haven't noticed too much of a difference from how it's been so far, like overall. But I mean, my computer was stable enough that I haven't had it have a system-wide crash in however long that was, and then it happens today of all days. Well, I mean, not to say that it's some sort of, I mean, it is coincidental. Although Microsoft could stand to try and make sure that their stuff is more well developed before doing that. I don't know, I digress. So right here, I don't know when to start actually paving some stone brick everything. Kind of want to get some stone slabs laid out as well. See, for instance, here inside of our little Fort Knox we've got going. I'd like to get like stone slab here. Maybe directly outside some of these doors. But I don't have too much of a plan. Yeah, I'm actually running low on food and water, so go top that off after packing this. The big disadvantage with packed dirt is that it unpacks itself as time goes on. But it is still faster to walk on than anything less than an actual paved path, so it is convenient in that regard. And then let's eat. Papyrus making, or papyrus. I don't know, I like papyrus. The sound of it pronounced that way a lot more. And so I'm trying to think strategically with a peninsula how to best do it. And oh, this is terrible. I don't remember which fort it was, but in the United States it ended up being rather important. I think during the Revolutionary War, such that, oh dang, what was it called? Oh dang it, my dog did not friendly, or I'm just very bad at taming. No target. But essentially that fort, what it did was it had built up very natural defenses such that from the water it was a very steep incline such that you wouldn't be able to climb up it even from a ship. And the land sort of tapered off so that it was very easy from inside of the fort to walk up to the edges, but very difficult from the outside to shoot inwards. And because the outside walls were solid earth, any attempts to shoot at it, for instance with cannonballs or whatnot, would just simply be absorbed. The impact would be absorbed. And I mean, in this game there's only so much that you can do in terms of steep slopes, but I'm thinking of taking inspiration from that. Man, I knew what the name was at some point. I mean, but the last time I remember learning about it was in school several years ago. Probably like at least 5 years ago. At any rate, not recently. Was Fort... Wasn't it... I swear... I might be getting my history wrong. But... Yeah, I'm just kind of a bit puzzled. I never thought that it would be relevant to remember the name, I guess, which is why I didn't. I guess my takeaway from that was the strategic value of peninsulas in terms of being able to defend if you terraform properly. So, with that in mind, I don't know why I just put this cart right here. Maybe to drop off some of this dirt. Let's take it from over this way. So I wanted this to be relatively flat. So I wanted to drop some dirt right here and go all the way back off this way. So let's take out my shovel. Need to drop 20 dirt right here. I mean, not to get too, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that other than how stereotypical of an American like me to not fully even know sort of history. Although, to be fair, I do know most of the stuff about it, I just forgot the name. So, 22 down, I do not possess 22 dirt. But that doesn't mean that the dirt wouldn't be able to be used in other spots. I'm also not sure exactly how much more terraforming I'm going to want to do for now, as it stands anyway. Because it takes quite a bit of effort just be modifying the terrain to such an extent as this. Might want to go mining for like stone shards. I do know a few spots, one of which is right there. It's not exactly the most convenient. I think here, let me look it up real quick. Tab out of the game. Oh, tab. Let's see, I need to check. Need to check and see, now that a name has been suggested by Passion. Let's see if I can find, there's a Wikipedia article on it. Battle of Stony Point. I don't know. I don't think that's what it was. What I do remember was it had a number of sort of bastions set up so that cannons and stuff could be situated. I think it had either 4 or 5 corners set up on it. This is gonna kill me not knowing what the name was. But I mean, I have Wurm online to stream. I'll figure it. I mean, we'll know eventually. So I can't find here what the fort itself looked like. Oh yeah, that's an entire town. I'm referring to a specific, like it was made specifically to fortify the area. And if my memory serves me correctly, I'm pretty sure it was in more of the southern, along the southern part of the East Coast. For all I know, it may have been in Florida, or... Oh, what was it called? Here. Let's try this. Seacoast Defense in the United States. Historic Florida forts. Yeah, I think I may have been correct about it being Florida. But I could be wrong. Was it Fort... that one? Well, I remember it like butting up right against the water. Although maybe that was just an illustration. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Ooh. This one. I'm just looking through these, Fort McHenry. No, it says submarine minefields. I don't think that was, Oh, let's see here. It says during the American Revolution. First system, second system, third. Yes, I believe it was Fort... Where... Wait, what does it say this one was? This is Fort Pulaski. Going into like a bit of a tirade on, not tirade. I need to use words correctly if I'm to use them. Yeah, it's definitely not the proper use of that word. Ugh. Let's see, Fort Jefferson. I think it may have been Fort Jefferson. Or at least, that's the sort of thing it looks similar to what I was remembering. But no, I think it's different because it doesn't, like, the walls are very distinct. I remember it being built such that the ground was actually part of the walls. Here. Fort I just look up forts. What does this one pop up? No, that one is in the middle of land. Makes sense, given the name. Fort Sam Houston. Yeah, Sam Houston being a historical figure in Texas. I don't know what I expected looking or pulling up that result. Let's check Fort Baltimore. Fort McHenry, Baltimore. Look at the images. It's not the island. I think it is Fort McHenry, Baltimore. Maybe I was mixing up several different forts. Oh, currently I'm on Affliction, part of HOTS. Let's see. Ooh. Although I don't know, I don't know how much attention I should be bringing to myself here, simply because I'm not exactly the best equipped to defend this spot right now. And if someone from one of the enemy factions on Epic were to come along, I'd probably be in trouble. Except, I don't know, there are some neighbors who'd probably help if push came to shove. Or, if, blade came to blade? No, that doesn't quite roll off the tongue as well. If shield came to blade. I mean, yeah. I thought that we ended up going out a lot further than we did to build this settlement, but actually touches the same body of water that Blackbone does. I mean, if you want to get technical, most bodies of water in this game, or I mean, if you consider that it's all connected, is what I mean. Except for the little ponds that are in the middle of land and whatnot, but we're definitely not on one of those. It's possible to leave the island completely from Blackbone, so it definitely takes a little bit of navigation in order to do so, but it is possible. And speaking of navigation by water, we need to make a rowboat at some point. Or some sort of boat. Rafts don't cut it. Need to make either a rowboat or maybe a sailboat, but I think rowboats are easier to deal with at first, and I think they take less materials. Let's check. So, additional items. Need all of this, 50 hull planks and 50 pegs for a small rowing boat. Dang. Oh no, it's about the same for a sailing boat and a rowing boat, I think. But still, I think the rowing boat would be what I'd go with personally. Just because I don't know how the winds blow here. I think it might be a little bit easier to get the hang of something that's more straightforward. By definition, that's probably the case. Got quite a bit of dirt built up in here. But yeah, Fort Baltimore was kind of what I was thinking of in terms of the layout, how it starts off at ground level, but then it works its way up as you get onto the side walls. But I don't... the fort I was thinking of, like, seriously, unless I've just made it up in my head, which I'm pretty sure I didn't, it had a similar layout, but the very edge of it was right up against the ocean. I believe it was the ocean. Some sort of water. Alright. Back to digging. And this shovel is amazing in terms of how durable it is. I must, like, if I may say so. Like, I really think I lucked out on that. I mean, if we ask the in-game price system, would kind of beg to differ, but I've dug quite a bit of dirt just with this shovel alone. My other shovel, I believe it's the starter one. Admittedly, it's only 10 quality, 10 QL. But flattening out this area took it down to 50 or so damage. Or brought it up to that damage, I don't know. Damaged it 50%. And this thing, I've taken out a sizable chunk of this hill. And it's only down 2.6%. It's one of those things I debate how much I want to really, or we want to really make our presence known. Because, I don't know, it's just something I've kind of come to realize, is that if you have a name for if you've made a name for yourself, there's always people who would like to kind of mess with you, just even for the sake of being on camera sometimes, or getting recognition for it. Which is actually why when we started recording, me and Apastron were a little bit weary that someone found our whereabouts very quickly after putting up the video, and then putting an unfinished forge on our tiny little, what was it, 5x5 fences that we had built out somewhere else. But yeah, we tried to get more established before kind of revisiting the series. Although I suppose at this point, since you'd be able to find us eventually anyway, we're right here. Home. Yeah, I don't know, I'd say the coordinates, but I don't know, I put it up on screen long enough that you'd be able to figure it, like, see it for yourself. So you just drop this on, or not on the ground. I would rather not re-dig all of the dirt that I just dug and then inadvertently placed down. Yeah, I'm not sure how much longer to stream this. Because this is more or less what I've been doing off camera, which may not make for the best live stream footage, or just footage in general. I don't know. At any rate, it is what I've more or less done. Let's shake things up a bit. Let's go find something to fight. Not with my dog, because it's at a nervous level of being tamed. Let's see, I think I can actually... Let's see. Take my rope here. Let's bring this back. Nah, it's definitely a difficult game to properly pull off. And I kind of wonder myself if the jumps between progress and episodes, because, you know, we are going to continue recording, and, you know, just suddenly, boom, all of this has been, like, flattened and terraformed. I don't know if that's too much. But at the very least, it's not like we're stagnating in terms of what gets done between episodes, which is, I don't know, it's something. Animals, unhitch. And we have to make saddles. I think we need to make saddles if we want to just straight up ride horses. Okay, let's find this. Wait, large saddle seat versus saddle seat. Saddle. I don't know what the difference is between these. Gonna have to go check. Okay, so it looks like the normal saddle is what you use for riding horses. What, you need it? Oh, I have 21 in body strength, I believe. Let's see, how are my skills in terms of body control? Oh, so close, so close. Lead and then hitch. Hey, you come over here. And then we'll lead and hitch. Oh, yeah, even Minecraft is difficult for Let's Plays, and the problems it has for recording are somewhat compounded by this game in terms of how fast the progression goes. More digging. Oh, right. I said I was gonna do something else, and then I turn around and do this. Here, let's just pick up all this dirt, and then put the horses up and go do something. Right, that's true. We have more or less started this game somewhat from scratch. I do more or less try to save some things for actual episodes. For instance, I have been holding off on meditating and choosing my first path until an episode. Alright, we have this pumpkin here. Named it Spooky. Alright, and I try to park the cart such that the end of it ends up on these grass tiles. Yeah, I suppose progress, you don't want it happening in too many different areas at once, but you can have a lot of progress done in a single area, I suppose, without making things too difficult to keep track of between like one episode to another. And with this, I think we want to pack the ground here. Alright, so after I pack this, I promise we'll go out, I think, to there and find something to fight. Probably not a spider, but something. Alright, let's check actually. What did it recommend in order to fight these? 25 fighting skill with at least full studded leather armor. Yeah, I don't have full studded leather armor. I was lucky enough, I think it was from EXE's. Really cool guy. Gave me this sword, which is amazing, as well as this studded leather armor. So paving has increased by whatever amount. Doesn't matter that much. I mean, it does in the end of the day when we want to actually start making roads. Let's see. How do we make a stone slab? Body strength higher than 21, you're able to pave a tile, then dig it into water to completely submerge it. I'm trying to... Nah, I'll figure out some stuff eventually. Right now, this is more or less blueprint paths that we're getting laid out. And then like this. And then we swim. Okay. I don't know if I should leave some of this stuff behind. If I look at my skills real quick, go to actual skills, my fighting is at 7.8, which is not the best. And again, I maybe should hold those cards closer to my chest, but as I gain skill from fighting, I'd be tabbing over here anyway. So it'd probably be known sooner or later regardless. The cool thing with this spot over here, this land area, is that on the other side of this hill, there's a very large stone. It's like, I don't really know how to describe it, but it's all made of rock. And it's very useful for, I mean, we used it for rummaging through stuff earlier, like quite a while ago. We found other spots to mine that are a bit more connected since then, but it's worked pretty well for that sort of thing. I'm coming over here to try and find something to fight that won't kill me. I don't know how successful I'll be in that endeavor, but we'll see. Last I recall, there was a hellhound over here, and I don't. Those things are not very beginner friendly to fight, but hopefully we don't run into that first. If we do, then I'll be leaving, but until then, we shall explore. We've got clay. How wonderful. What's that? A seal? These seals are actually pretty tough. I wanted to kill one at some point, and it put up enough of a fight that I had to leave. But my fighting skill was also lower than it is now. I don't know, I'd probably be able to take one. I mean, they're seals. This area actually has some pretty good strategic potential in terms of how the land is laid out. Although, I don't know, we've already staked out our land over there. Not with a deed or anything, but it has been established. And I intend to make good use of it. Come on. Find something to fight. Please. Please give me something. Give me something. Drink. Could also fight with this scythe. I don't know how effective scythes are. I mean, I know how much damage they do relative to this sword that I currently have. At least more or less how much damage. But I don't know how effective it is in other manners in regards to like how well it parries blows and everything. And for all I know, it's not very good at that. What's that? Horses. Okay, let's go and take a look at those. Any minute now. We will be among the ponies. Let's not walk into that thorn bush. I've done that a few too many times before. Enchanted grass? Who enchanted this grass? It's actually pretty cool. Didn't expect to suddenly find that. It'll be useful, I imagine. What was the deal with this stuff that makes it so good? Healing bonus to all wounds. And basically that's it. So cool. There's a spider. Rather not engage with the spider. Engage in combat. On guard. I don't know French word for spider. Might be similar to the Spanish word. Araña. La araña. Ah. The mysteries of the world. Some may never know. Can you change anything in your life for the better? It's an interesting question. Just sit here and ponder life. That rift. I've investigated a rift before. I'm pretty lucky. First time spawned onto the server, I was like, what is that thing? I'm gonna go investigate it. And there was nothing too dangerous nearby. And there could have been something very dangerous nearby, as I found out as I accidentally traveled near it recently over the past few days. But that didn't happen first time. I got the achievement, so cool. Oh, speaking of, not necessarily achievements, but let's see what my titles are. Educated and Troll Slayer. Just do educated. Because I did the tutorial. Oh. Spider. Hellhorse. Those aren't too difficult from my experience of fighting and killing one of them. Every time I hear like footsteps, I'm like, oh, something's coming towards me. Always makes me nervous. Skills. See, it's getting pretty close. This creature could use some grooming. I don't have my brush on me, so my apologies. Horse. Very well defined. I still don't know what that means, if it's in terms of their weight. Or what? See if we can find like a wolf or something relatively easy. I do kind of want to check here. If I cut down a tree with this scythe, how much damage that does. Because this is a fairly decent quality, at least in terms of what I can create. Let's see, damage 10. Scythe increased. Although, it's actually not bad. Although, I suppose the purpose of this is to improve your proficiency or skill with the item, more so than it is for cutting down trees. And plus, I can get that one achievement that I read up on once this tree is cut down. It's like where you cut down a tree with something unconventional, unusual. I'm pretty sure a scythe counts as something unusual to cut down a tree with. And look, my scythe skill is already increasing. Let's check. Would it be under tools or weapons? Definitely not polearms. This knives. Wait. Oh. Can increase skill with a butchering knife. I wonder if there are advantages to using a butchering knife for some things over just the carving knife. Ooh, wolf. Where's the wolf? Where is the wolf? Bring it. Let's see. Let's attack high. That wasn't incredibly effective. Okay, let's just attack center. Yeah. Wolf. Rip. Unless you have a spider buddy that comes along. But you're already dead. So much for that. Oh, come on. Carving knife. You gotta get that butchering skill up. Can't butcher with that normal knife. Gotta have a carving knife or a butchering one. Here we go. Meat. Good enough for me. So, oh right, back to this tree. Was it this tree? Yes, it was. What a great material. I don't know, I always like to position myself such that it looks like it's actually doing something. I don't always do that, but it makes for nice visuals. You can go like dunk, dunk. Makes it look more hardcore, I suppose. More like you're putting more effort into it. Personally, I don't know that it matters all that much. I mean, the end result is still a chopped tree. The mycelium is tall. $80. Ooh, looks like we're gonna get it in just a few more chops. And then my scythe skill will be higher than it is right now. I don't know what weapon. Oh, here, wait. Let's stop doing that for a second, because my stamina got quite low. And I want to gain skill, not lose it. Or not that I'd lose it, but if your stamina is too low by the time you complete a task, you earn very little skill from completing it. Oop, there we go. Oh, I guess that wasn't unusual enough. What, am I supposed to use, like, a corn? No, I can't cut down a tree with that. Actually, let's see. There's an achievement window. What was it called? Did I actually get that one where the tree? Oh well, that's interesting. I've got quite a bit of those. What is the meaning of that achievement? I don't know what it means. Nomad, are you restless? Oh. Now, one of the upsides of being part of Horde of the Summoned is that you can just keep absorbing mycelium. You can't just do that forever, but you can, kind of. I'll find out what that achievement was soon enough. I'll probably look it up in my spare time. I mean, this is technically spare time, but you know what I mean. I assume. Oh, that's cool. There's more water back here. It's actually interesting. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That goes in accordance with the map. Check out this horse. Examine it to see if it's useful. Very just well defined. I guess we'd have to start breeding horses before we start seeing special traits, or maybe they're just really rare in the wild. More mycelium though. Take the damage down from... dang. It was like 10% or something. Where's something more interesting to fight? Oh, I want to fight normally. That's how I've been fighting typically, anyway. Lemon tree. Let's see. Oh, no, no sprout for me. Kind of cool, actually, though. I like lemons. Lemons are pretty nice. Maybe I should forage a little bit in this area. Of course, it's picked clean. Got rice. Ooh yeah, rice. What every man dreams of. Tell you, when I go foraging, I just really dream of putting a big old bag of rice on the table. Yeah. Maybe I'm out exploring in the wrong location. Try and find... Oh, yeah, let's not wander too far away before we finish. Cool, so we've got corn and rice. More to fatten the dog up with. That... I hope that's, not a hellhound. Venerable horse. Must evaluate the aspects. Ooh, cherry tree. Let's see if we can get... Oh, wait, we need the sickle. Or to check, see if we can pick a sprout. There we go. Did I have the scythe highlighted on that lemon tree, I wonder? I hope not. If we run into any more lemon trees, though, we'll definitely check to make sure. Or see if we can get a lemon sprout. Lemon wood. Very well defined. Tells me everything I need to know. Except not really. Oh, here we go, another wolf. See, how are my skills going here? Longsword's pretty good. Normal fighting, not bad. Come on. Pretty good at parrying with this. I would say anyway. Ooh, did that attack hit? You easily parry with your longsword. Ah, hard in the stomach and irritates it. Okay. Let's butcher this wolf as well. Alright. Meat canine. We don't want that fur, it's pretty low quality. Although we will need some in order to make a bed, I think. Another bed. Ooh. Oh! Look at this. Ow. Wait, I don't think I took damage from that. Ooh, let's not get too close to the spider. And it noticed me. Why? I was really interested in that. Oh, yep, it's a hellhound. Oh, there's a rat. Take that on, probably. Without further ado, let's do it. Let's go for it. Make sure that I have the. Not that I probably even need it. The upper hand in terms of footing. Ooh. Nice. Oh, and then there's a wolf somewhere. There it is. I'm too far. Okay, here we go. Properly situated. Ooh. Very nice. The skills are coming along quite nicely. I don't think I'm going to be taking much more meat with me. Because I don't know, I have quite a bit of food. And I can very easily make quite a bit. I'm too far away. Is there anything in here of interest? Nope. Failed to produce most of that. Most of the stuff. See what secrets the aged rat contains inside. Alright. See ya. Honestly, I was considering ending this stream fairly soon. Ooh, here we go. The gland. make the best healing covers out of gland and tooth. Let's see. Alright. I think this is the direction I want to be going in. Right, because this means that I can start. Dang it. I have a feeling that this was not the wisest decision on my part. Let's stop, get our bearings from our compass. This is north. Oh, that makes sense. That beam. Drink some water. Yeah. We'll take this cherrywood sprout. See if it plants somewhere properly on our area. And if after that I'm planning on ending the stream, that is. And so we just gotta wander out that way, I suppose. Make sure we don't wander into anything too dangerous along the way. As long as we don't run into a crocodile, should be fine. Or a death crawler or minion. I really don't like those things. Is there anything over here? Oh, old black wolf. Here. Come here, wolf. I'm too far. Alright. Closer. Closer still. Huh. Getting better. Getting better by the minute, pretty much. As I start getting better still, I wonder about going to elevation. Speaking of which, we should probably, a Pastron should probably do that at some point. Go up to elevation server, or island, rather. And maybe pick a deity to follow. We have more of a selection than just lie below. There's also Nathan and I think to seek dog pelt. Oh dang, I'm keeping that. That's some high quality stuff. Poor dog, but 93 quality. Dang. And then this fat can go in the storage. It may not be fuel for a furnace per se, but it definitely works fairly well for a lantern. What I just carry this little bit of tar with me. Probably smells horrible. but it keeps the lantern lit, so why not? Another seal. Just sitting there. Doing whatever it is that seals do best. Oh yeah, I'll take these extra food items that are laying about. Tame the dog. Tame it with like a black mushroom, a green mushroom. Neither of those are doing too well on durability. Although I don't know if the mushrooms will actually spawn out in the wilderness, or if the ones I've found have all been dropped by someone. Because I've found some before that are at 0 damage, which typically isn't the case if someone's been through much longer ago. Ooh, dang. These flowers. Let's see, can I do something about these? Nature. Botanize or something. I quite like those flowers. Yeah, I don't know how we take the flowers though. Or maybe if I cut the grass. Let's try that. Oh, this is the song I was talking about. No, mixed grass. I still don't know if there's special criteria for that track to play. Let's not walk through the tar. Very slow. Not to mention the fact that it's just best practice not to walk through tar in general. Especially if you're not in Wurm. That stuff is not what you'd want to go walking through. Come on. Gonna be home soon. Yeah, I planted some berry bushes and whatnot. Ooh. Oh. I don't know who Waukesha is. But I do know who Allie is. Here, let's just plant this cherry wood sprout here. See if it grows. Alright, cool. Dog fat, dog pelt. Let's see, I was keeping a tooth somewhere, I thought. Is it in here? No. Yeah, where was I keeping that? Did I drop it outside or over here? I know I had one. I don't know. We'll find it eventually. Drop that in there. Just drop the, not the raspberries, but whatever. Yeah, that spot over there is quite the settlement. I don't know if it's just the lights in general or the fact that they're colored, but when I get a little bit closer, just looking at the place, I mean, even like this, I mean, I get fairly smooth frame rates, but when I look over there, drops. Could also just be that my computer isn't exactly the best. It's not bad, but definitely not the best that money can buy. Although you could say that about virtually every computer that exists, so I don't know that it's that meaningful. But I don't know, I feel like this has been a fairly good stream, but I think I'm gonna call it here because it's been going on for quite a while. You know, don't want these sorts of things to drag on for too long, and also want to save some things for episodes and whatnot. So with that, I bid thee farewell. I hope to see you in the next stream whenever it is, or whatever it is, unless you're not interested. Not gonna force you. But yeah, bye.